Tier talk.
Tier talk. The idea of tier talk we were gonna do. It's a tier system. You can start at 3, you work all the way up to 1, and every one that you choose, there's got to be a rhyme or reason. You give a good description of why it is in your top 3.
Okay.
The idea we had was to do what was it? True Detective.
Like detective movies.
Yeah, detective movies.
Yeah.
It makes me kind of nervous because he's so well versed.
He knows his shit.
Yeah, he knows his shit.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of good ones.
Yeah, we usually take a few minutes to figure out what our list is.
So you start at 3. You can give an honorable
3
mention
detective
if you want.
movies?
3
Like your
detective
top
movies.
Okay. Damn. So can it be like a murder mystery or it has to be a detective?
Murder mystery.
Murder mystery is good.
Okay.
Yeah, any type of noir.
All right. If it's any type of noir, I don't want to hit you with only ones from like the 40s or 50s, but I have a weird heart on for that era because
you can do that absolutely. We'll just smile and nod.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just be, oh wow, no
this
shit.
is your truth.
I
Yeah.
feel like everyone
This is the
naturally
most
is.
nervous I've been in
I'm a little nervous too.
this is a judgment-free zone, dude. You
No,
like
dude.
this. You like what you like, and I'm excited. I'm excited to hear it.
All right, go first, Will.
All right. I would say my tier 3.
So this is your least favorite of the 3.
Of the 3.
Okay.
Top 3.
Third
Top
place.
3. Third
Okay.
place. My third place is going to be.
Hold on. One thing about Tier Talk you should know is we keep completely silent until he's finished, and then we all go around the room and give one word to describe how we feel about that person's list.
Okay.
Go on.
All right, my tier 3. Gone Girl. That would count, yeah. Boys in the back. That would. Sherm, that's good. That's good
Just
to
go
go
on.
All right.
Tier
all right.
3.
That's my tier 3. Love Gone Girl. Saw it in theaters. I've watched it a few more times since then. I'm a big fan of that movie. My tier 2, Prisoners. With Jake Gyllenhaal. Hugh Jackman, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. And my tier 1 is going to be I feel Knives Out. Big fan of Knives Out. Saw it on Christmas when I was out with the Oakland Raiders. When Charles came out, proposed to her that week as well. It was a big kind of week for us. But Knives Out, we thoroughly enjoyed. That is my tier talk. You feel me? I'm standing on business.
Sam, go ahead and give us one word.
Good.
Close.
What you got, glass onion?
Business.
Fire.
All right.
Oh, fuck, this is Jared's first day.
You're not gonna like mine either. Basic.
Yeah, I did feel
do
basic.
like those movies though a lot, but yeah, Knives Out at 1 is that one's. I don't know.
I thought it was one word. That was like a whole explanation right there.
Yeah,
What the hell?
yeah, I mean, sometimes the boys get nervous around Will. All right. I have a very rare 2 honorable mentions.
Mm.
One of those honorable mentions is Knives Out. I think it's a phenomenal movie. The layers, the depth. The guy who played James Bond, I don't even know his name, comes in. He knows who the killer is the entire time just because of one little splat on the shoe. But yet you go through the entire plot. I think it's phenomenal.
I hate to interrupt you. May I throw out an honorable mention?
No.
7. You ever seen 7?
It's phenomenal.
Great movie.
He went two of the same director. He went with him.
What's that?
Gone Girl and
Yeah.
Seven.
Oh, it's the same person?
Same director.
Looks like you found your
I almost
director.
went glass onion in there with Knives Out.
Another honorable mention I have is The Nice Guys
Ooh,
with Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. That movie I love.
it's one of my faves.
That type of humor where it's like he's a drunk but he stumbles upon the answer somehow. Like it's just a really well done movie. Russell Crowe at first doesn't like Gosling. They actually don't like each other the whole entire movie, but they end up working together. I think it's a movie that makes you smile, and everyone who listens to the show knows like I have like a weird thing for the 70s.
I've watched it like 12 times.
It's a phenomenal
I love
movie,
it.
and I
I've
love how
never
you're
seen
breaking the rule. You guys are breaking the rules and not
I'm
saying anything.
sorry.
But all the words of affirmation that we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
you filled me.
All right.
No diddy. My tier 3 is going to go to Shutter Island
Wow.
with Leonardo DiCaprio. That movie, I feel like when we talk about these types of movies, literally googling what Noir is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Googling what that means before we started this. Like it just seems like these are movies with like certain levels of depth, certain levels of layers that you have to get through. And that movie is incredible for a lot of reasons, but especially the ending, where the last couple of lines that Leonardo DiCaprio has, where you're like, does he get it? Does he not? And it's just like, then he walks off and it's over. I think it's such a beautiful ending to a movie.
Poetic.
It is. My tier 2 is going to go to one of my favorite directors, Quentin Tarantino. That's Reservoir Dogs. I think that's a great movie. We all know that movie. It is, it's a phenomenal film. A phenomenal film. And then my tier 1 is actually Prisoners. I think Prisoners, that movie is so good. The plot twist at the end, it's just awesome. It's just awesome. And that is my very rare double honorable mention tier talk.
Unoriginal.
Well versed.
I like the range. I broke the rules here, but I like the range of the picks.
Range.
Range.
Yeah, range.
Front loaded.
That.
Hyphenated above average.
Not what I expected.
I
Not
would-
what
I
I
would- I would
expected.
just.
You guys love Prisoners.
I do. I think that movie's so good.
I think it's awesome. I actually just watched it like in November because I was flying to Australia and it was on the. I was more emotional when I watched it because of the flight. I was like, I'm gonna have to knock myself out after this movie.
Mhm.
So I was drinking wine and I popped the muscle relaxer. So I was like extra like, oh my God, just sitting watching this. Like this is such a fucked up movie to feel relaxed for,
Yeah.
you know, because it's so dark and
So dark.
but it's really man, I feel like he does a lot of like song and dance type stuff when he's not Wolverine, so it's cool to see him play like a pure just heavy.
Right.
And that neck tattoo on Gyllenhaal, holy shit.
It's a great movie.
The what?
Denis Villeneuve.
Oh, yeah, that's who did it. Yeah.
Sicario, he did Prisoners.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
really?
really good.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scene in the bathroom too is.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone
Insane.
pronounce his name right. That's why I was like, oh shit.
It took me a couple searches.
Yeah.
I take it Prisoners is not going to be on your list.
No, but I like it.
Honorable mention it,
I'm
dude.
old school, so all right.
I've never seen Nice Guys.
Nice
Sounds
Guys
sounds
is
I
a
need to watch
phenomenal
that.
film.
Sounds like I need to watch
Shane
that.
Black, who wrote Lethal Weapon,
Mhm.
that guy, he wrote and directed this. He also did another one called Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. That's also hilarious.
Love the title, never seen it.
Solid.
It's like if you like Nice Guys, you'll like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. It's like that type of vibe, but it's Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer as like
Mhm.
the two guys who can't get along. It's fucking great.
But it's similar the way they act towards each other.
Yeah, it's like because that's like a buddy comedy and a noir and one.
Yeah.
I fucking love that. I love Nice Guys makes me laugh so hard, dude.
It's awesome.
I saw it in the theater with my ex-girlfriend and my mom, and they both were like, and I was like, "You're fucking ruining this for me. This is a
Yeah.
good movie. Pretend."
Pretend. You take your movie watching very serious. I respect.
I mean,
it.
I would never want to influence someone else's. I remember seeing a movie with an ex of mine once, and she hated it so much that I was like, "Do you want to walk out?" And she goes, "No." I'm like, "Well, I feel how angry you are, so you're." I know that you hate this movie. It's funny. My friend's in the movie. Do you know Simon Rex?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Dirt Nasty.
He's in a movie
Alright.
called Red Rocket. It's a really good movie, but she hated it so much because he's such a fucking horrible person in this. He plays just like a guy who's grooming a minor. It's a dark movie. But
Shane actually. Go ahead. Sorry.
oh, and Shane is friends with him too. But I love Simon, and he's amazing in this movie. And I remember she was just like, "Oh, I hate this," and I was like, "Why don't we leave?" And she goes, "Well, then you're just gonna finish it without me sometime." I'm like, "That's not allowed."
Yeah, that's crazy.
So she was pissed. So then she was like, "No, let's stay." And I was like, "All right." And at the end, she was like, "Oh, I hated that." And I was like, "Okay." And she's like, "You liked it?" And I'm like, "Is this worth the fight?" In my head,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Do I stand up for my beliefs?" And you're damn right I did. I ruined a vacation with an argument over a movie that doesn't matter. But I did it.
Stood on business.
I stood on business.
I thought you were going to bend the knee for sure.
Shane,
No.
So Simon Rex, Shane sent me an incredible fart by Simon Rex.
It's amazing that he's like this. He's this great actor, but he will voice memo farts.
Hey, dude, real quick.
What the fuck?
That's not
Oh,
real.
hey, it's not over. That's a good dirt bike voice.
No way. Oh my god.
Dude, that was like a Godfather 3 level fart. What the hell?
Dude, his surprise.
That was like Mariah Carey holding a note.
Oh my. Yeah.
That was insane. No,
Was that not one of the best farts you've ever heard in your
One of
life?
the best I've ever heard.
He's legit.
had so many different noises.
Yeah.
No, he's
No way.
No way.
I love Simon.
I love him too.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna hit you with honorable mention. I'm gonna hit you with honorable mention Chinatown, just because like it's slow. It's a '70s movie. You just got to know that going in. But like, dude, it's prime Jack Nicholson just being a badass. Faye Dunaway's really hot in it. It's classic. Yeah, it's a dark ass neo noir. Gotta love it. I want to say ones that you guys didn't mention, so I'll say 3. You're gonna hate me for these. I will. You know what? Fuck it. Tier 3 Fargo. You should see it. It's great. That's a great fucking movie. Love the Coen brothers. Lebowski's kind of a noir too. Lebowski, a lot of people don't know this, is actually The Big Sleep with like Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. So that's like an old noir that Raymond Chandler wrote. That's The Big Lebowski. They just made it about a fucking burnout instead of a cool detective. So but yeah, Fargo is killer. 2, I'm going this. It's an old movie. It's called Out of the Past with Robert Mitchum, who's like the ultimate badass. You know, just a really cool movie about a guy who like lived a bad life and was like a kind of a henchman for Kirk Douglas, and he was and then he's trying to get away from that life. Works at a gas station. One of the goons sees him working the gas station. He thought he got away, and he gets drawn back into that life. It's an awesome movie. And Tier 1. And this could easily be Tier 1, by the way. Tier 1 is another really old one, but stay with me. These movies hold the fuck up. Double Indemnity. It's Edward G. Robinson, Fred McMurray, Barbara Stanwyck, who's like an evil. She basically convinces an insurance salesman to murder her husband. And like how they can get away with it and get the most possible money is double indemnity. So if he has the most, she buys life insurance on his life. And if he has this really improbable death, you get double indemnity. So if he dies by falling off of a train, so they have to kill him first and then throw him off a train to make it look like he did. But there's this one Edward G. Robinson, this one insurance guy who's like, something doesn't sit right about this with me. It's really fucking good. It's like a 90-minute movie, not a wasted word. One of the best movies I've ever seen. I just saw it. It was playing in a movie theater in New York City, like one of those old movie theaters. Fucking beautiful experience. Brought my girlfriend and a friend of mine. They were both like, damn, that was pretty damn good. And it's getting laughs because it's like those 1940s how men would talk to women laughs, where she's like, oh, I'm scared. And he goes, baby, shut up. Like just getting huge pops in the theater. It's really witty and funny dialogue too. Like you'd watch this and be like, damn, this is well done. So yeah, that's my list right there.
Clueless.
Nice.
Classic.
Cultured.
Impressive.
Authentic.
You guys are such bitches, dude.